What's going on, folks? You ever had a problem with your car when you start it and you're sitting in idle or parked pretty much and it keeps on vibrating? A lot of time what that issue could be is that you have a bad spark plug or possibly even a bad spark plug wire. And to check this out sometime, you can take it to AutoZone or something like that, or O'Reilly's. I'm not sure if they do it, but definitely AutoZone, and have them check your run the system and see if any codes pop up for like bad spark plugs. Or you can use this right here. Is called an inline spark checker to make sure that your spark plugs and spark plug wires is working correctly. Well, in this vehicle, that happened to be the problem, was one of the spark plugs pretty much was bad, so it was making the vehicle shake really hard when you were sitting in idle. And to use one of these to check it, it's what happened to be this one right here that was bad. And the way I checked it was, you pretty much just pull off your spark plug wire like that. You would want to take your inline spark checker. You could get these pretty cheap, like at Harbor Freight, possibly O'Reilly's and places like that. But you would take this end of it and stick it directly onto your spark plug. Yeah, see how I'm just taking it and I'm plugging it onto my spark plug as if it was a spark plug wire. Get it on there good. Okay, so now that I have that end on there, now what you want to do with this other end, take it, first you want to make sure that this end is all the way down. Then you just want to take the male end of your inline spark checker and plug it into your spark plug wire like that. So now what should happen is, when you start your vehicle, you should have like a constant light right here that's flashing, just like that. What that's telling you is the signal is going correctly from your spark plug wire to your spark plug itself. Everything is working correctly. This was the problem on this vehicle. This actual spark plug right here was actually bad. We had to change it out. So now that I replaced it and I started up, I should see a constant flashing light that's telling me that the spark plug is working correctly. Now when it is bad, what you would see is a flashing light, but it wouldn't be constant. It would be almost like broken, like a couple times stop, couple times stop. It'll be off. I'm gonna show you now what it looks like when it should be working. I'm gonna go ahead and start the vehicle. Yes, now as you can see, if you look close up on it, you see that flashing light, how it's constant. That's the way that it should. Get closer up, you can see it. Yeah, you see how that's, yeah, you can see how that's a constant flash right there. What that's telling you is that everything is working correctly. The first time that I checked it, it wasn't that way. It wasn't flashing constantly like that. So what that was telling me is that spark plug right there was bad. So what I did was I went ahead and changed out that spark plug pretty much, and it's been working fine now. And like I said, a lot of times this is one of your most common reasons for why you'll have a shaking vehicle, especially at idle or something like that. When you start your vehicle up, you'll feel it's shaking. You pop the hood, your motor will be shaking. So you can use one of these, like I said, inline spark checker. You can go around, if this one was fine but it's still doing, you can go around and check all your spark plugs and spark plug wires pretty much to make sure they're all working correctly. Another thing also this is good for telling you is if, say for example, your fuel pump is bad, your car won't start. When you put this on there and try to start it, if your ignition system is working right, pretty much you should see a spark. You should see that light pretty much coming on like that, which is telling you that the vehicle is getting igniting at your spark plugs and spark plug wires. But if it won't start, it could be something going on with your actual fuel pump itself. So it gives you that indication. But alright folks, once again, if your vehicle is shaking really bad when you're in idle or parked or something, most likely what your problem could be is that you have a bad spark plugs or possibly even a bad spark plug wire somewhere. And if you want to get an inline spark checker, which is pretty cheap, maybe $5 to $7 pretty much, to go around and test your spark plugs and spark plug wires, making sure they're working right, it'll come in handy. Alright folks, please check out the other helpful videos. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks.